It's Week 10 of the 2023 season, and we've got a showdown in the NFC East. It's the Giants and the Commanders, and it's all up next.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaunt alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Giants in our ball game here. They think they can run the football in this one, but there's a group on the other sideline that thinks otherwise.
Yeah, it's always intriguing when you pit an offense against a defense. It seems like they can cancel each other out. We've got a top 5 rushing offense against a top 5 defense. So a lot of times it comes down to execution and maybe a little bit of that, what coaches call want to.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. On the opening play, here's Ryan. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Ryan. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Little out route here, complete to Shepard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2nd down and 3. To throw is Ryan. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Powell. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Fielded at the 20. The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. 3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. Is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5 and 5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3 and 6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Ryan. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Ryan. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's Washington that scoops it up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Joey Sly on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Ryan. Looking for Shepard deep. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 43 yards.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Ryan. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jonathan Allen, the talented lineman, planning him for the sack.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Powell, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Back to throw. Howell. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
I like the boldness of that play call from the offensive coordinator because he wasn't daunted even by the double coverage he expected to draw to the tight end. The result, a huge gain and a major shot of confidence for everyone on the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. One last shot before the break. Howell. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. Devontae Smith up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Mike Evans, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've reached halftime, all tied. 17-all is the score. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for Washington, they did not have quite the same amount.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Faking the handoff, Howell. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the 2nd half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Landry now on the return. And he's out right at the 25. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Ryan. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw again on second down, Ryan. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down. Now it's Ryan.
That's complete to Tony.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Ryan's throw taken in by Landry.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
And he will have a Giants first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Barkley, inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Here's Ryan. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Touchdown! Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Washington ready to try again on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. On first down, Howell. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. Off play action. It's Howell. He'll buy some time right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they're going to speed things up here. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped.
False start. Offense.
They accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Throwing here, Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Howell. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll go play action. Howell. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And New York set to take the field.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts.
They have to be aggressive here.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop it.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Ryan. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here we go now with Hal and the Commanders.
Down by 5, 2:23 to play. They'll have 2 timeouts, and of course also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on 1st down. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd and 9, Powell. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Here's Howell. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Up the middle with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Ryan. Flushed out right. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. The kick by Elliott is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
Powell to throw.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Giants, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,